Welcome everybody to the newest series on the channel. It is the Minnesota Vikings Rebuild franchise on Madden 23. Today we are live. This is not an official episode for the series, but we are going to be getting some clips for the next episode. We're going to go through preseason because I like to do that oftentimes in these series to see some of the backups, some of the roster battles, and it helps us get to know a lot of these players. So, if you're not into live streams, episode 2 will contain any highlights from this stream, but for this stream we are going through preseason. Probably going to do some final cuts. We'll see if I do all of them in this stream. It depends how long we go today, but it's preseason games 2 and 3 as we get this franchise rolling. What's going on, everybody? Launched this series yesterday, a lot of great feedback, a lot of excitement, and I am ready to dive headfirst into rebuilding my favorite team in Madden 23. It's been a long time for me since I've done a serious rebuild with this team. A chance to rebuild with players like Dalvin Cook and Adam Thielen, Eric Kendricks, Harrison Smith before, they eventually move on. You got some young guys in here to be excited about, of course. Justin Jefferson, Irv Smith, tackles that might actually be pretty good. That's exciting on its own. So we got a lot to, sorry. I don't know why I apologize to the microphone. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do still. This is a good team, not a great team. The Vikings have been pretty much perpetually mid-tier since I've started watching them. Rarely have they ever been like, preseason. This is a team that can go for a Super Bowl championship. This is a team expected to win the division. That was 2009 when Favre showed up, and that was really it. The 2017 run, nobody expected that. So, I know that on the surface, the Vikings don't look like a team that needs the most rebuilding. But what I like about taking a team like Minnesota is you get that initial part of the series where it's like, hey, maybe we could do some winning. But even if you can, within a couple years, you got to find the next quarterback of the Vikings. And then the defense is kind of just aging out. You got Patrick Peterson, Eric Kendricks, Harrison Smith. They're in their 30s. Zadarius Smith and Danielle Hunter have had some injury issues the last couple years. Not many of these players right here are on their rookie contracts, keep in mind. Lewis Seen, Andrew Booth, Cam Dantzler, and Armin Watts would be your rookie contract guys. Everybody else is a veteran. You got to constantly cycle through new players. So we're going to be rebuilding a defense before too long, finding a new quarterback, and then seeing if the good elements of his team can actually stick together. So I appreciate everybody coming by the stream. If you could drop a like, that would be awesome. This is going to be in the playlist for the Vikings franchise, but it's not an official episode. Testing out the trial, and I got a bug where my Week 2 game loaded as a practice session. When I quit the game, it locked the result as a 0-0 tie? Yeah, if that's happening, that's obviously got to get fixed. I haven't ran into a lot of bugs so far. There are things that I just, design choices I don't agree with and things that have to be adjusted. But as far as things being broken, not working as intended, I haven't seen a lot of that yet, but I guess that's something to pay attention to. What's the way to avoid it? You tried to load into your Week 2 game and it just made it a practice session? I hope that doesn't happen here. So I just got done making a few adjustments to the depth chart. Making sure that when we get to the second stringers in the preseason that certain players are able to start popping in. Got an idea already of a couple cuts I think I'm going to make here to start things off. Just a couple of players that really don't have much of a chance to make the team to clean up the depth chart a little bit. We're going to first start off here. Albert Wilson is going to be released. We're going to stick with the younger players as our depth. This is online, and I recommend using online only because offline franchises have been known the last few years to become unable to load after like 5 or 6 seasons. And it happened to me last year, and I can't let that happen again. Might not make any more cuts right now. Wilson was the one where it's like, all right, he just might be taking snaps from young guys I need to see, and I don't want that to happen. Oh, yeah, they got a couple Pitt Panthers, Patrick Jones, Jalen Twyman. I think the Vikings, as an organization, are really interested in Patrick Jones. That's what I keep hearing, that they like him and think pretty highly of him. So only a 63 overall here in Madden, kind of an easy guy to overlook. I mean, he doesn't have a major strength here, and his athleticism isn't anything special. So we'll have to see what happens in real life. Vikings play preseason later today, but I don't see me cutting Patrick Jones here. And I also want to see what Jalen Twyman can do as well. He was not able to play at all last year. He was actually shot. And, you know, thankfully survived and everything. But he did not play football last year. But you might see some of these lower 60s players and think they're more cut candidates. But the Vikings' depth has really become a problem in the last couple years. And that's something I have to start fixing as soon as we get into this series, is rebuilding depth on defense. It's just not there. Hey, Kane, hope you're well. When do you think the main channel franchise will drop? So I'm still deciding on what team I want to use, but I want to announce that as soon as I'm set. And I'm still toying with the idea of maybe doing my, trying to do some little expansion franchise over there. I was brainstorming about that earlier, like, all right, how would I do it? What I think I would do is, see, the thing is, I don't think people want to see me simulate the 2022 season. But I think what I would do if I were doing an expansion franchise is I would go through the season, but then the first episode would be telling the story of the season, just like a few notes on some of the standouts and teams that went far, and then the story that leads to the expansion team taking over. It's just a weird thing to start in August when the game just came out, the season's about to start, and I got to figure out, like, do people want to see that? Is it the right time? I think if I started something like that after the Super Bowl was over, it would make a lot of sense. But do I want to start that now in August, September? Love your channel, man. Keep up the good work. Appreciate that, Evan. Thank you all for the super chats. I don't have any sliders in place yet, but I have a plan for that. It's called basically wait to see what Matt 10 comes up with. But I think this week, one thing I'll be doing on the main channel is I want to do another fantasy draft streaming franchise. I know I never end up finishing them, but it'll just be a fun way to get some reps on all Madden to see what I have to do slider-wise, and that to me would be a more fun way of doing it. So that's planned for this coming week. But we got 2 preseason games to get through. We have games against San Francisco and Denver. And why don't we get these games underway here? Let's start our weekly strategy. Would I consider changing the scheme to a 4-3 base? Possibly. I'm sticking with the schemes they have out of the box here, and the Vikings are supposed to run a 3-4 this year. I still think the 3-4 defense is weird in the modern day. I like the 3-4 defense, and I respect the principles and everything of it. My entire thing, though, with the 3-4 is like as soon as the other team goes 3 wide, which they are now more than ever, you are no longer in your 3-4 defense, or you're down a man in the secondary. So, to me, I just think every team should play a 4-3. Because once you go to your nickel packages, you're playing 4-2 anyway. Just take a linebacker off the field. So to have a 3-4 defense just for certain packages and to install it, I just don't know if it's worth it to even try. I like the 3-4 defense too, but the way offenses are run, I just think it's a waste of time to install it. Andrew Booth is not going to play in this game. A shoulder. Got to watch out for those practice injuries. So, what do we have? 2 players down now in preseason. No Oli Udoh. No Andrew Booth. Let's get some upgrades out of the way, and then we'll dive into our first game of the day. Alexander Madison. So, depending on how this first season for us goes, I think I'm going to have Alexander Madison on the trade block because he's not likely to be re-signed. The situation, I think, where you would re-sign Madison is if you're going to then move off of Dalvin Cook. If we check out the motivations here, we see we're not the best fit for him, but that could change. If we have a good year and he still cares about historic win percentage, then he would like us more. But if it remains a bad fit, I don't mind trading him around the deadline and then just playing Kene Nwangwu and Ty Chandler. So for this series, I spectate the games. I don't actually play them. We do default all-pro to make the game as ratings-based as possible. The players matter. And that's how we run the franchises over here. On my main channel, I'll be playing a game regularly. I just don't know what team it's going to be with. Eric Kendricks. Big fan. Let's go run stopper, actually. I'm a little nervous about the run defense here with the Vikings. You'll see a lot of big-name players hit free agency. Some of them, could happen. Some of them definitely not. Like I've seen Justin Herbert make it there. And if we edit in the Derwin James contract there for the Chargers, it's only going to make things even more difficult for them to re-sign him. So I don't know yet. I might just edit in a Justin Herbert contract when that comes up. But we'll see. All right, we got our upgrades done. Practice done. Time to get into some games here with the Minnesota Vikings. Next episode, I'll be recapping anything that happens in this stream that is interesting. I'll have highlights in there. And then we will also be doing week 1 against the Packers. All right, at home, U.S. Bank, Vikings, and 49ers. This game in real life is about to play in about 4 hours from now. When you slow sim to your stats align with the CPU games and the rest of the league, that I don't know yet. Like, in the little bit I've seen of slow sim gameplay, it's been pretty offensive focused. If I need to tack on an extra minute so that my stats actually can match up, then I'll probably do that. So that's kind of a wait and see type of deal. Hey, Davis, I appreciate the super chat, the Canadian dollar super chat. Thank you. Yeah, the sim stats are out of control. I hope that they're able to tone it down quickly here in a patch because they're just putting up numbers that are going to be very difficult to match in my games. And we know that ranking high in certain categories is important to development, and we want our stats to blend in with the rest of the league. So we got to see how to make that happen. Biggest draft bust I've ever selected? It's hard to say that it's not Adam Kane. That was back in my Broncos franchise. There was a bug where, like, when you drafted a player, the way they reacted told you their development. So I forget what it was, the workaround, but I wasn't actually given proper true talent grades on players when I was scouting. And so it said everybody was a first-round player. So I had no idea anybody's true talent. And it turned out Adam Kane was not a first-round player. It was a huge reach. So we get underway, and the 49ers will start with the football. We're going to play our starters as long as they do. You know, everybody's playing their starters in Madden, so we will. Players will be at risk of injury in this stream for the series. What are your thoughts on the Texans and their rookie guys? I like their rookie class a lot. I mean, I don't know a lot about all the players, but Stingley, Petrie were two guys I specifically liked. I thought Dameon Pierce looked like a nice 3-down back. I like his aggressive running style. So I think that they have a very intriguing class for this year. Should be some fun players to watch. All right, Trey Lance. He completes. No, it's broken up on the outside. So we'll get a look at Trey Lance in this San Francisco offense as well. Around the edge, forcing the throw, out of bounds. That was pressure from Zadarius Smith. We got our superstars there on the edge. Hoping for big seasons from them. As Lance completes underneath, there is a penalty. So I'm on 11-minute quarters. It's what I've used for years. And if it's not enough for good stats, then I'll bump it up. Trade for a starting caliber center. Oh, I know Garrett Bradbury is not the long-term solution. I actually want to see some of his ratings because, like, he's still got star development in the game. But I want to see if it's, like, good run blocking ratings because he's not a bad run blocker when you can, you know, he gets into the second level or out in space on, like, screens. Like, he does the athletic center stuff well. But as far as holding up in pass protection, it's rough sledding. So 90 strength feels a bit high, and he's a great athlete. If we check out his blocking ratings, though, takes a while to get there, unfortunately. Pass blocks of 71, those ratings low 70s. His run blocking ratings are a lot better. And it's going to be one of those things where I have to see how often he's getting beat in pass protection. And a team like San Francisco might be a good challenge. As we're backed up here at the 4-yard line, Kirk Cousins in the end zone. Kirk, come on, man! Giving up the safety. The last two plays in the series are safeties for us. Kellen Mond had it back in episode 1. Right guard, Ed Ingram, one-on-one. No chance. Javon Kinlaw. Yeah, they've got to update a lot of the AI in this game. Like, quarterbacks in the end zone need to have, like, some paranoia. Get rid of the football. Do not spin and run around. Unless you are Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray, you do not need to run around and try to make a play. Just get the ball out or hand it off. So we're going back to defense now. Trey Lance at the 31. I'll run this one now. Not much room there for Eli Mitchell. Four on the rush, and now catch made. That's Brandon Ayuk for a gain of 7. So we got Patrick Peterson on one side, some competition for the other. But Andrew Booth, he's not playing here in this game as the grab is made by George Kittle. So it's basically Cameron Dantzler on the opposite side with no one to really push him quite right now. There you go. Harrison Smith able to help break that pass up. They haven't really tried to stretch the field a whole lot. Whether it's fair or not, to answer your question there about Trey Lance and the expectations, I think they have to be high. They were just in the NFC Championship game and moved off of their quarterback to start him. I don't think you should have the same level of patience you would with a starter making his first appearance. Just because, you know, how can you move off of a quarterback and not expect to be good when you were good enough to go to the NFC Championship a year ago? Two receivers to the right now. And it's going to be Trey Lance with running room. He's got the first, makes a move, and finally gets stopped inside the 30. So that'll be an element that they do a lot of this year, and you're not going to see Jimmy Garoppolo make plays like that. What I'm excited about is what they do with Lance as a runner, and then his deep ball, and how that brings more to the offense. So Z over there is, he's eating in this first quarter. He's playing really well. So I think there are some things that San Francisco is going to have a chance to do a lot better than what they had with Garoppolo. There you go. Eric Kendricks gets through now. Let's run that play back quick. Yeah, Eric Kendricks getting through that tackle. You know, I would have liked to see Barr as like a 3-4 full-time edge rusher with the Vikings. I guess we'll see him as a full-time rusher, I imagine, with Dallas now. As Lance is going down again, it's Danielle Hunter. So we have the potential to put together a really good pass rush with this team. These tackles are struggling. McGlinchey's really solid there at left tackle. He's been losing to Zadarius Smith. So I haven't decided yet on the main channel franchise. I have a few teams in mind. You know, I have the Vikings over here. So what kind of series do I want to do on the main channel? Do I pick a team with maybe a few more immediate needs? What kind of challenge do I couple with the Vikings franchise? This is Cousins on first down, and he will throw it short. Dalvin Cook. Yeah, I don't know where Trent Williams is. He might be hurt. That's the only reason he wouldn't be at his normal spot. Dalvin. Nowhere for him to go. Let's just see if he is hurting here. Yep, he's out for the game. It's 3rd and inches. Make the smart play here, Cousins. He throws, and that's Jefferson at the 43, first down. They got his first down celebration in the game. I haven't played enough to really give any thoughts on the injury slider for in-game as Dalvin Cook finds a crease. I've seen a fair amount in the games I've played. The simulation seems to possibly throw a lot of injuries in there. Fake it to Cook on first down. Cousins to Thielen. Down to the 25. More play action. Cousins loves the play action game, but that one did not work at all. Looks like a 4-receiver set here. Vikings haven't done much 4 wide in a while, as that's caught by Amir Smith-Marset. Right now, he is the 4th receiver on the depth chart. He wears number 15. He's a downfield threat in his 2nd season. But now Irv Smith checks back in here at the 12-yard line. And Cousins has Jefferson at the 6. That's a great question, Mike. Have they programmed Chase Claypool to celebrate unnecessarily after first downs? That Vikings game was hilarious. Ball at the 5. Cousins. Quick throw. Knocked down by Fred Warner. And we've got to bring out Greg Joseph. Greg the Leg. I like Dalvin's new number. Yeah, I think 4 looks good on a running back. Single digits at running back is a trend I can totally get behind. I will not be using real draft classes. I like to use fake ones specifically because it allows me to create my own stories with my own unique players and then do whatever, you know? Sometimes they end up in other games, but it's mostly to have a unique story. Like, I am less interested in having Bryce Young than I am quarterback X. Handoff, trying the right side, and we've been tough in the running game so far. Thoughts on the Eagles this season? So, I have been thinking lately about, you know, who I think could be a sleeper team. Wide open! What happened downfield? It's Debo for the big gain. Yeah, seriously, what happened here? Just a numbers advantage? Yep. 4 verts versus 2 deep. Safety has no chance. The play is just not designed to work against 4 verticals. Unless we're carrying the slot, but cover 2 invert is not match coverage. I think the Eagles are a legit sleeper team to go on a run this year. I honestly do. And right now, as Lance keeps, Eagles are my pick to win the NFC East. I think Dallas is going to take a step back offensively. I think they'll still be a good team, probably a playoff team still. But I do think they'll take a step back on offense. While Philadelphia, I like the addition a lot of A.J. Brown. I think that while Jalen Hurts maybe isn't like the 5 to 8 year solution for them, I think they figured out a style of offense last year that works well for them and then added on to the passing game this year, while also drafting a beast like Jordan Davis. As the ball comes out, yeah, we've been all over Trey Lance. I just like where that Eagles team is at. I think that they're going to be able to put together a really nice season this year. What's your favorite offensive and defensive playbooks? I haven't looked through the variety of playbooks yet, but as far as like formations and creativity, that's what I look for on offense, and I really like what I've seen so far from the Vikings playbook. And I've seen a lot of the same stuff from the Rams playbook, and for all I know, they could be the exact same playbooks. Defensively, I don't think it really matters. The defensive playbooks don't vary greatly from one to the next. It's mostly the same stuff. It's just some teams are 3-4, some are 4-3, some have more 3-3-5 or big nickel. You know, it really just comes down to slight differences in defensive playbooks. It's 5-3. Giants over the Twins. As we run it here. Dalvin gets caught up and then bounces it outside. Somehow he got 3 yards out of that. Now Cousins looks to throw. Here's Dalvin. Got to make that first guy miss, but that darn sideline's right there. Now Cousins on 3rd down. This one's caught. Jefferson, first down. I think Kirk's played really well in these 2 preseason games. Hey, Kane, been a follower of the channel since Vikings Season 2, Week 1, the overtime safety. Thank you for staying consistent and great for so long. Well, thank you, David. Appreciate the super chat and you sticking around for so long. I had to include that clip in yesterday's first episode. Empty on first down. Cousins fading away. Throws it out of bounds. Uh-oh. Bosa in the backfield. Surprised it's taken that long to see him make a play in here. He's matched up with Brian O'Neill. The screen for Dalvin. Bradbury with a block first down. This right here is like the best thing Garrett Bradbury does. If we're going to run a bunch of halfback screens, which I'm not honestly that big of a fan of, but if you're going to do it, it's sure nice to have a center like Bradbury who can get out in front. You don't always beat him to the spot. What are your top 5 teams to rebuild? I'll be making a video about some of those, Raymond, but it really comes down to the style of rebuild you're going for. Like, you could just say, what are the 5 worst teams that I can jump into and rebuild? Cousins, that's too much time, man. In that case, you're looking at, I think, the Texans, probably the Lions, even though, like, that's even iffy. I think in Madden they can be pretty decent. You know, the Jets. Houston. I mean, Houston is probably, like, if I were just to recommend a team to any one person, a team that fits basically all the franchise criteria as far as just rebuilding, like, Houston's a great choice. You have a chance to draft a new quarterback. You have a few intriguing rookies. You have, I think, 2 first-round picks this coming year. So when I make my video now, as that was very ugly, when I make my video now every year about the best franchise teams, I try to pick teams that fit different archetypes. So it's like, here's the team that I prefer for when it comes to the full-on rebuild. Here's the team that I prefer when it comes to rebuilding the defense or replacing the quarterback. I try to do it that way now. Otherwise, I'm talking about the same 5 crappy teams as everybody else. Yeah, Bears, Falcons, Seahawks. Those teams are all rebuildable. Trey Lance. Oh, boy. He's across the 40 and taken down by Harrison Smith. I kind of want to see him take off on a regular pass play. I haven't seen a lot of scrambling in this game. Mostly design quarterback runs. Now they hand this one off. Who wears 3? That's Ray McLeod. All right. To the outside now, and not much there for Elijah Mitchell. Really feels like a pass-heavy Madden game. The running game is just struggling more so. Wide open for a first down, Ray McLeod. So how long do the starters play here in Game 2 in Madden? Is this a 3-quarter performance, or is it 2 for the starters? Running. Mitchell cuts inside. Nice run. A UTSA draft class on the main channel. We'll see. I don't know about that yet. That was Debo getting the handoff. Third game is 3 quarters. This one's 2. Okay. It's kind of how I thought it would go. 3rd and 7. Lance resets. Cutting up, but not getting there is Mitchell. Decision time. Don't do custom classes. They break offline and online franchise. In what way are they breaking them now? Can you believe Robbie Gould is still kicking? Robbie Gould is 79 years old, and he's still an NFL kicker. No, I don't watch F1, but I'm somewhat curious. When do I have to wake up to watch? And what channel? What station? All right, Kirk, this is your last drive, it looks like, of the first half. It's an 8-3 ball game. Where are the touchdowns? 7 a.m. I'm awake at 7 a.m. What day of the week? Dalvin Cook with a move. Eric Armstead shaken up. Yeah, we don't want to see preseason injuries here at all. Sunday, huh? Sundays, 7 a.m. That means tomorrow, as Kirk just missed that one. Maybe I will watch it tomorrow morning. Cousins to Dalvin on third down, and he's got it! Breaks a tackle, speeds across the 50! Dalvin Cook is gone! 67-yard touchdown! That might be the best halfback screen I've seen in Madden in a couple years. Kind of overran his blockers there. Ran into his own man. But he still explodes. Well, that's going to be in the next episode, of course. We have ourselves a nice highlight. Yeah, is this 7 Central? Let me just check the good old TV guide. Or actually, I should just check next F1 race. Formula 1, 7 a.m. at Eastern, or Central. ESPN. Autodromo. It's like the word national, but with the T is a Z instead. How does that work? I don't know how to pronounce that. National? Monza. Is this Italian? Trey Lance is keeping, but Harrison Smith is there with his friend Patrick Peterson. How long are the races? It's not like 3 hours, right? Aren't F1 races relatively consumable? A fake on second down. Wide open. Ray McLeod. About an hour? That's not bad. That is not bad. Lance resets. Got it there. Wants a flag. Won't get it. Like the previous rebuild videos, 1 second. Lance steps up and wobbles one at the legs of Harrison Smith. The O-line and D-line for the Vikes are going to be a challenge, no doubt. Definitely, Randy, and thank you for the super chat. Lance fades away, shows off the arm, and it's broken up by Pat Pete. You know, Trey Lance is from Minnesota. And they really let him go to NDSU instead of the University of Minnesota. What a fat L. I'll tell you what, I've never watched an F1 race. However, Cousins has a minute 11 and fires wide open to Adam Thielen. I have this on the Xbox 360. I've never played it. Picked it up recently. I found it really cheap, and I'm like, oh, a kart racer? I like kart racers. F1 Race Stars on the Xbox 360. Its Metacritic is not good, but that's okay. Maybe I'll still enjoy it. Dalvin. Oh, what a collision. Who wears number 2? He got rocked. Seriously, who wears number 2? I have to relearn so many players' numbers because they all changed them. That Jason Verrett? Maybe it's just me, but I don't think Jason Verrett's doing that to Dalvin Cook. Second down. That's caught. Jefferson. He's had to make all these contested catches, and he's caught them all. On first down, Kirk scans. Gets it to KJ Osborne, who desperately fights his way out of bounds. That was pretty cool right there. That was some extra effort by KJ. Now Kirk on second down, looks long, and no one's home. Is this the best spot for my camera? I think it probably still is. 3rd and 2, 20 seconds to go. Cousins wants 6, and that one is out of bounds. So a bit of a struggle here to get the offenses where they would like to be. Greg Joseph, 52 yards with room to spare. Best spot would be to turn it off. Thanks, Mike. Really appreciate that. Opinions on grilled cheese. I wish I had one. Right now. My go-to dipping sauce when you have a grilled cheese. Equal parts ketchup and mustard mixed together. That's my grilled cheese dip. Put it exactly in the center. So if this were Evan's stream, I'd be right here. Center of attention. All right, we are on to the second half. It's backup time here in US Bank Stadium. I've never dipped a grilled cheese in anything but soup. Well, I grew up dipping them in ketchup. I'm from the Midwest. I'll dip anything in ketchup, and I mean anything. All right? Look me in the eye. I will dip anything in ketchup. But eventually I became a big fan of mustard. Like I just think mustard's pretty awesome. And I got to make up for all the hate it gets. So, big mustard guy here. Any mustard fans in the chat? We don't put ketchup. Yes, we do. We smother a hot dog in ketchup. Absolutely. Hey, Chris, thank you for becoming a new member on the channel. I got to update the icons and everything, but channel members are a thing over here. Gets you access to the same member stream that's on the main channel. And there'll be some other perks as well. I appreciate that. See, we got some mustard fans in the chat. Every now and then, though, I just see, like, people really dogging mustard and, like, didn't do anything. It just wants to be there and go on a hot dog and a burger. And most of you probably, when you order a cheeseburger, they put mustard on it and you don't even realize it. Like, most places just squirt a little mustard on there. It's fine. It helps you become an adult. Just eat it. What's a mustard's last stand? What is that? That sounds like a B-movie, like horror flick about like a massive bottle of mustard that's going to destroy New York City. A chain hot dog place. All right. You don't see too many hot dog chains out there. Inside. Ooh, nowhere to go. That's Madison. We're going to have more of a running back split here in the second half. I want to see a little bit of Madison, a little bit of Wongwu, a little bit of Ty Chandler. I want to see how expendable Madison looks here because I love the explosiveness of Wongwu. And I don't think Madison's here long term, so we'll get a good look at everybody. That's a run inside here, and who is that anyway? Keyshawn Johnson, who they just released in real life, I'm pretty sure. Keyshawn Johnson gets the handoff. So this is like their Deebo Samuel package, and it just has Keyshawn Johnson in there getting carries now. That's pretty funny. That one is caught. First down. Oh, and DJ South in that movie, like the Mets are really good that year too. And it's like they're about to win the pennant. Inside, nowhere to go. Jeff Wilson. Oh no. They're calling the wrong plays here with Jimmy. That's a Trey Lance play. We need some logic in here to take a look at the speed of the quarterback and say, should we run this play? Is that a good idea? I don't know about this one. Oh, Tyrion Davis-Price. Third-round rookie I wasn't expecting them to take. It did work, yes. We have to keep that in mind. It did work. The element of surprise. I have been to Cane's, yes. It was the first meal I had when I moved down here. 3rd and 7. It's Jimmy. He's going deep, and this one's broken up by Chris Boyd. And now they're going to ask Robbie Gould to bring out the field goal team for a 55-yarder. Oh, no. I really wish the CPU wouldn't try unnecessarily long field goals. They've been doing that for a long time. All right, we're testing here. Is the Super Sim glitch still alive? Because missed field goals tend to trigger it. Yep, just happened. What happens there is I no longer have the ability to back out, check replays, and then choose how I want to go through the rest of the game. Call it the Super Sim glitch. Missed field goals cause it. This is Wong Wu trying to sweep. Didn't work. Any chance at some Titans content? Had classes with Malik Willis at Liberty and would love to see him become your next channel legend. Love the content, by the way. Mond goes deep, and I don't even know, man. That was an ugly drive there for Kellen Mond. The Titans are a team I have been thinking about a lot because I think there is some room to add some playmakers. Do I want to develop Malik Willis? That's another question. Titans are in the conversation. I'm finding it to be very hard to narrow it down right now. There hasn't been a team that I've thought about lately or looked at the depth chart and has been like, yep, that's the one. So I'm evaluating a lot. If I can't make a decision, I'm just going to have it be a poll. If I can't make a decision by next weekend, I think it's going to have to go to a poll. I have thought about the Commanders, yeah. I've even thought about relocating them and doing an expansion franchise. A lot of teams are on the list right now. I think it's grown beyond 6 teams. We've been tough to run on. You know, I haven't really given it a chance, Billy, but for this series, when it's CPU versus CPU, this feels like it would be the most even way to play. But if you wanted to give it a try on Pro or All Madden, I still think that with it being CPU, it'd be pretty even. I just haven't really tried anything else. Kane, the Super Sim glitch is broken. With hitting Sim next play on Slow Sim 3 times afterwards, it goes back to normal. I can try that next time because there will be a next time. Just next play 3 times. Garoppolo to use check. I like those tackles that I can't go to the replay, but I like a lot of those tackles the DBs are doing to tight ends and fullbacks. Check this out. Like he's not trying to wrap him up and overpower him. He's just going low, taking his legs out from underneath him. That's a nice tackle. That's a good suggestion, Suit. I have thought about the Saints, and actually, one thing that makes them more attractive to me is the fact that they don't have a first-round pick next year. Like, when a team is missing picks, that's a positive for me because it makes it more difficult. And that's ultimately what I like. So yeah, if I can't think of a team, it's going to come down to a poll. Kellen Mond. He takes off to run. There is a scramble here, and Mond gets the first down. That was a pretty good play right there. I did the Bears a few Maddens ago, so that's not going to be a team that is in consideration. But in general, they'd be a wonderful team to pick this year. That's a big rebuild. I would love if the tight end blocked. Pat McChesney. Man, I remember when we had him. I was playing so poorly that I played like a 59 overall quarterback because I needed to like reset my brain. What I was doing wasn't working. So I just used the worst quarterback we had for a game just to make my brain think a little bit differently to try to get back on track, like a mental reset. The screen. Oh boy, that was almost a pick six. Oh, come on. Oh, I guess it's 4th and 12. I can't be that angry about it. One thing I'll do at the end of preseason here is I'll just see how our points and yards matches up to everybody else, because it'll at least be a good comparison to see how far off we are from potential sim stats. Like, unless we are terrible, a bad team, we shouldn't be 32nd in all these categories. We have to match up with the league stats. Jimmy G dumps it off, and that's perfect defense. I use a Shure SM7B is my mic. It's a very popular microphone. Garoppolo on the outside, just enough. First down. Favorite rookie from this draft? If I had to pick one rookie from this draft that I'm excited to see. Nicely done. Oh, let me just see the first round again. I totally forgot about Sauce. Wow. How's Sauce doing in camp? I feel like I haven't heard about him. Don't tell me he's hurt or something. Jimmy on second down. He's showing off his dance moves and sails one wide open at the 43. Honestly, I really want to see Kayvon Thibodeau because I felt like he was the one that should go number one. He's doing well. That's nice. I guess the media doesn't cover the Jets very much. That or I'm just not paying attention, because I haven't heard Sauce Gardner's name in like months. I'm also really excited. You know, I love defensive backs, so I really want to see, you know, Stingley and Sauce, Trent McDuffie. I'm also curious about Kyle Hamilton just because I think the Ravens are a smart team and probably have a good plan in mind for him. You know, if Kyle Hamilton was taken by the Giants, I'd be like, who cares? They're probably going to misuse him. But if it's the Ravens, I'm interested. They run it downhill. Well, I've liked the Eagles offseason a lot. I think it was a good time for them to be pretty aggressive as well. You know, I do think Dallas is a more vulnerable team this year. They don't have Amari. What I think set Dallas apart was just the amount of weapons that they had. When you talk CD, Amari, and Gallup, and then the combo of Zeke and Pollard. I think that they lost what made them special, which was the numbers advantage they had, how deep the offense was. I think they became just another pretty good offense. You know, I think they lost what made them special, personally. Garoppolo on first down off the mark. And that's including the fact that Gallup isn't even 100% right now. On second down, Jimmy off the mark again. Which quarterback out of all the rookies will succeed? As a Falcons fan, I'm hoping Ritter pans out. Which rookie quarterback is most set up to succeed as Garoppolo completes inside the 10? That's a difficult question. Because the expectations were low of these quarterbacks. Only one went in the first round. And a lot of them, as the ball is on the ground, yeah, we got it. Nicely done. Like, most of them aren't in positions to succeed very early, it feels like. You know, I like, Kenny Pickett's starting point just because it's the Steelers. It's not like a dumpster fire team, but the offensive line still has question marks, and Pickett has his own question marks. Kellen Mond on first down. That was weird. He's 0 for 5? Man. One guy I want to see play, and I don't know if or when it's going to happen. Mond third down. He hasn't completed a pass in the second half. I really like Sam Howell. I felt like he should have gone at least a couple rounds earlier than he did. But I really want to see Sam Howell with Washington, and I think that's a spot where we could see him sooner than later. I wouldn't be shocked if Sam Howell ends up playing the last 4 games of the year this season for Washington. Love from Brazil. Love it. Thank you, Pedro. That's a first down. 3:36 to go. San Francisco down 2 in an ugly game. Who do I think is going to be last in the AFC West? I mean, my gut says the Raiders, but that's going to be a tough one to go through because I don't think there's going to be a lot of separation. Here's my question. From first to last, what's the difference in wins? Are we talking that the best team there has 12 wins and the last place team has 9? What's the spread? On first down, Garoppolo, he's wrapped up by DJ Wonnum. Picked up a sack in the first preseason game. He's back for more. 5 sacks for the Viking defense. Last play before the warning. Garoppolo completes it inside the 25. Yeah, I've been enjoying that Texas heat somewhat. It's felt a little more intense this year than the last couple, though, I will say. They'll bring on the field goal team now. He made the stop, so Kellen Mond is going to have to bring us back down. Yeah, you never know with the Chargers, DJ, but I really do like head coach Brandon Staley. I do like him a lot. I'm hopeful. I mean, if you have a good coach and you have a good quarterback, why not just be a good team? It's that simple sometimes, but I know the Chargers aren't a simple team. All right, we could use a good run back here. Amir Smith-Marset to the 28. Hey, I'm excited for the Vikings franchise. Also, he says go Pack go week 1. I don't think so. I don't think so, positive expert. You know, I expect the Packers to win the division still. Kellen Mond on the screen pass has a completion. He has negative yardage. He cannot finish with negative yardage in this game. Mond completes, positive yards out of bounds. I will say when it comes to the Vikings playing the Packers, I think playing them in week 1 this year with their inexperience and lack of chemistry at receiver is kind of best case scenario for Minnesota. 3rd and 4. Mond is sacked. And it's 4th in the game. Can he make a play? Trying to become QB2. Mond to the air. Throws. Caught first down. It's not over. Tristan Jackson. Timeout. How do you think Spencer Rattler is going to do? You know, I honestly don't know. I know he flamed out last year with Oklahoma. Maybe an easier opportunity here in South Carolina, maybe. I'm not quite sure what to expect of him. I'm not a huge college football guy. Mond airs it out, and it's poked away and intercepted. What a defensive play to close this out. San Francisco is going to win. And for Kellen Mond, that was not the kind of performance you want to try to secure the backup quarterback spot. Do people recognize you in public? I would freak. I don't think so. Notre Dame, Ohio State, week 1? I'm looking forward to that. Think you gotta like the Buckeyes there, right? Appreciate the super chats, everybody. Gophers, Lions, Penn State's whiteout game. Big Ten gets $7.5 billion in TV deal. Wants to expand. I mean, I don't really care what the conferences do. They're all going to form a mega conference of some sort and kind of detach themselves, I think, from the rest of college football in a way. I don't know. We're going to end up with these monstrosities here before too long. And yeah, Gophers, Lions in the whiteout game. The Gophers going to be any good this year? What's going on, Chris? How do I think the Bears will do this year? I think that it's going to be a long season for the Chicago Bears. They got a lot of rebuilding to do. I really wish they had added one big playmaker in free agency for Justin Fields. Like, I think they should have gotten DJ Chark instead of Detroit. At least giving him something more than Darnell Mooney. Mooney's a fine player. But my goodness, most teams are 3 deep at receiver these days. I think right now, like, Equanimous St. Brown would be the second receiver on the Bears. Offensive line isn't very good. Roquan Smith wants out. Kind of rough all around. All right, we got one game in the books today. It was fun, although a little boring at times. Why do I think OBJ hasn't signed? Well, at this point, I mean, he can't play right now. He's got the ACL to come back from. So I guess there's no harm in waiting to make sure, like, he joins a team that starts the season strong. He's been on enough bad teams in his career. I think winning is pretty important to him. See you week 2, Monday night. The Vikings play Eagles Monday night, week 2. Oh, those lovely primetime games that are so kind to the Vikings. 2 out of their first 4 games are in prime time. They play the Patriots in prime time as well, and I've never seen the Vikings beat the Patriots. I think the last time they did was the 2000 season, and I don't remember it, so. Wide receiver mentorship. I think it's going to be Justin Jefferson for Amir Smith-Marset. Adam Thielen for Amir Smith-Marset. Help him get open, Adam. Let's go short. That's cool. +2 release, +2 short routes. We are 0-2 in the preseason right now. I kind of want to take a look at the team stats just a couple games in because I've spectated both of these. Where are we ranking? I know, like, we haven't played great offense. Passing, we're below average. Rushing, we're dead last. Points, yeah, there are some teams doing worse. And the defense now. Above average there against the run. A little bit above average. Okay, nothing too bad so far. Watching, listening at work. Have there been any crazy trades, CPU to CPU? Let's take a look at the transaction log here for trades. We got a few. Akeem Davis Gaither to the Chiefs for 2 players. Gary Brightwell was traded to the Broncos. I don't know. That's kind of a weird trade there. CPU makes a lot of strange trades. No! They had to put Malley on the injured list? They were saying he wasn't going to have to. He's going to miss his next start with shoulder fatigue, yeah. Oh, do they actually put him on the list, though? Oh, Aaron, thank you for gifting a membership and reminding me that that's even a thing. Thank you. I totally forgot they introduced gifted memberships. You never give up on doing the Vikings. Keep up the fantastic work, man. Appreciate it. I had to come back this year. They were calling my name. Actually, they were screaming my name, like, please save us in Madden. It might be the only place it's possible. I think they changed up some of my focus players, no? I think I want to give Christian Darrisaw actually a little boost, because I think like 74, that's a little low after a pretty good rookie season. They gave him the star dev, but I want to get him the boost to be a really high quality tackle. I hope we can hold on to the football a bit easier in this next game, or maybe I'll just play more of the running backs because I need to see them. There you go, Figgy. You got a membership. That's awesome. Shout out to Aaron for that. Smeltzer called up. All right, I'm okay with them calling up Smeltzer because he's played pretty well this year. They could be in a worse situation there. I think when we get into this next game, I'm going to rotate the running backs a bit more just to see them. But I don't like this depth chart menu as much. I want to go to the nice interface of this one. So Wong Wu has the speed here at 94, great acceleration. We want to see more of him. Like, can he be the RB2 instead of Madison is the question. And then we also just got to take a little peek at the rookie Ty Chandler. They drafted him out of UNC. He's got speed as well, good carrying, some vision, break tackle in his game. So we have to rotate those running backs as we go through our final preseason game now. Looking free agency, I could take a look. Yeah, I assume Odell is going to re-sign in LA. But I mean, imagine A-Rob plays well, Kupp plays well, and Van Jefferson is healthy and he plays well. Do they still bring back Odell? Or does he want to go somewhere else where he could maybe get more guaranteed playing time? Like, I think the Bills have been a great fit this entire time. I mean, maybe it wouldn't be all that different because it would be Diggs and Gabriel, and they're probably going to play Jamison Crowder in the slot. Dallas would be a good fit. Like, Gallup is coming back from injury, but I don't know when Odell's going to be back is the thing. If Odell could play today, like, Dallas is an awesome fit. And it would just be a great storyline for Giants fans to have to see that. Hey, Kane, super excited for this series. As a fellow Minnesota fan, I'm pumped. Been watching since Madden 25, but a bit of the Madden 12 Vikes as well. Good luck in the first season. Appreciate that, Cobra. Yes, exactly, Chris. Odell reunited with Baker Mayfield and the Panthers. Like, that would just be the perfect story, wouldn't it? A lot of veterans here if you need one to replace somebody else. What about your practice squad eligible guys? You know what we should look at? Quarterbacks. Is there another guy who could be QB2, Cam Newton, Blake Bortles, who has experience in this offense? You could bring in Cam as the QB2. '84 injury. Do either have the mentor tag? Ooh, Cam does. That would actually be a bonus. Because that would help out Kellen Mond. Hey, he considers the Vikings a playoff contender. That's good enough for him. Worth checking out the trade block. All right, I'll take a look there. But if there's nothing on the trade block that I need to do, like we are going to be signing Cam. We are signing Cam. If Kirk gets hurt, I don't know that we can start Kellen Mond and be fine right now. So we've signed Cam Newton, the first signing of the series. So I might give Kirk only 2 quarters in this game. I know the starters are supposed to play 3 quarters, but I'll make subs if I need to see a guy play. I think I'll give Kirk the first 2 quarters, Mon the third, Cam the fourth. And that's going to be kind of determining the QB2. It's not a lot, but if he can run at least 1 or 2 good drives, I think that we'd be in okay shape. So we got some more upgrades to take care of here. 57 overall is quite low. Maybe I'll only give Kirk 1 quarter. Like, I'm trying to keep the injury risk even for everybody while also getting the information I need. Like, I need to see this backup quarterback battle. Like, I'm not going to be playing Sean Mannion. You know who Sean Mannion reminds me of watching him play? Sean Hill, when he was like 37 years old, playing for the Vikings a few years ago before Sam Bradford took over. We're just not going to be playing Sean Mannion. We are going to release him. It's not Cam versus Kirk. It's Cam versus Kellen. I'm not going to be playing Dalvin a whole lot in this game, no. Hey, Kane, thanks for the stream. Any chance of an Out of the Park series? No, you mentioned it a while back. Maybe after the Rockies are done. Think it'd be fun. At this point, I doubt I get to it this year. I really wanted to. When it came out, I know I did not have the time to do anything with it. I wanted to, but couldn't. I want to play it. Hopefully, I can set aside some time around baseball season next year. But this time of year, it gets pretty busy for me. And also, like, my weeks kind of get a day shorter because football dominates on Sunday for me. Whereas, like, tomorrow on a non-regular season Sunday, I'll just kind of be having a regular day working on content. Do I see Cam getting signed at all in real life? Only in the case of injury. I think it would have to be something like that for him to pop back up again if he hasn't gotten a look here in the offseason. Sydney Jean-Charles. Yeah, what day? I don't know what day yet, but it's coming. It's going to be, probably Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest. Focused on Madden right now while it's new. This is the best time of year for me to try to bring in new subscribers and to start new series and try to create some momentum. So Madden gets the focus right now. Yeah, let's get it going here. We'll let the starters play this first drive, and then I'll start making some changes. I'm having Jefferson play just because I know other star receivers are going to be out there. Russell Wilson's going to be throwing to Cortland Sutton in this game. Hopefully no injuries. Kirk Cousins. On first down, tough grab, and escaping is Dalvin Cook. He's got the first down. If preseason's any indication, Dalvin's going to be really effective in the passing game for us. I could not pull off any of Cam's outfits, no. On first down, here's Cousins, wide open, Jefferson. To the 45. Everybody in tight now on first down. Cousins now has Irv Smith breaking free inside the 20. A red zone trip here for the Vikings as Kirk is putting together a very good preseason. Now just got to cap it off. We could use more touchdowns. Cousins, first down, got it to Thielen. First and goal. Interesting formation here around the goal line. It's first and goal. Kirk, Jefferson's open, never saw him, and now throws it away. Dalvin runs into a defender and warps his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Dalvin's looked really good. How many touchdowns for Mon today against San Francisco? I'm going to say one. One touchdown. I want to see if he runs more in this game. I did a pick'em on Underdog last week for that first preseason game. I had the over on Kellen Mond's rushing yards at 15.5. And he got 7. I think I had, it was a 4-player pick'em, and I had 3 of 4, and I think the one I got wrong was Kellen Mond's rushing. How long do I see Kirk being the quarterback of the Vikings in this series? I'd say 2 years is a good expectation. I'm going to honor Kirk Cousins' real-life no-trade clause. Russell Wilson of the Broncos. There's the deep ball. Going up and almost getting it is Courtland Sutton. I thought he had that one. Wilson, a bit shorter this time for the first down to Sutton. Imagine being a Broncos fan and having Peyton Manning just show up to save the day, and then having Russell Wilson just show up. Like, that's kind of unfair if you think about it. If you think about it this way, though, like the drafting of Paxton Lynch and Drew Lock, like that kind of thing balances it all out. Second down for Wilson, and a grab again for Courtland Sutton. I think we know who his favorite target is. I am a bit surprised the Packers didn't make an offer to OBJ if they haven't. I mean, like, he would easily be their best receiver, even if the ACL is still torn. Wilson downfield, out of room. That time for Jerry Jeudy. Paxton Lynch, if you look at like all the quarterbacks taken in the first round the last 10 years, how many have less pass attempts than Paxton Lynch? He has like 120 career pass attempts. As a first round pick, he has like 3 or 4 games worth of experience. It's nothing. There you go. Dalvin Tomlinson with a run stop on Javonte Williams. Paxton Lynch has 128 pass attempts. They knew he wasn't it after 4 starts. 4. Wide open, Albert O. Good gain. We're showing some pressure on first down. Uh-oh. Never mind, we're there. trying to get KJ Hamler. Is KJ healthy? Like, I really want to see him play. I know he missed all last year. They run this with Javonte Williams diving inside the 10. Why do I think the Vikings always suck in sim franchise? One sec. Wilson throws it away. It's a combo, I believe, of the quarterback and the offensive line. Kirk is like 16th best quarterback. He's always mid-tier in Madden. And the offensive line's never that good, so they never sim well. I was surprised that, oh, we lost the ball, but got it back. Saw that Josh Allen throw earlier to Gabe Davis. I didn't think that any of those guys would actually be playing preseason snaps. Like, Allen, Mahomes, any of, like, the top quarterbacks. I know every team is a little bit different in how they handle that. I want to see Wongwu. And you know what? I think it's time to begin the quarterback competition here. Let's get Kellen Mond out there. I signed Cam after the last game because I have to have a little backup quarterback battle in this one. Kellen Mond was not good in that second game. Mond completes it. He's playing with Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson now. So how does he look? So if I'm doing it this way, I have to give Cam a drive as well. As we go to Wongwu. And I just want to give him, Chandler, and Madison each at least the drive or two to see what they can do. Here's Wongwu. I think he got enough help there at the end. It's a run. Wongwu hit down 1 yard. Tyquan Thornton expected to be out 8 weeks. I really wanted to see him play. Why are we running it so much all of a sudden? Like, let Mond throw it. Let Mond cook, they say. First down, Irv Smith. Over the middle again. Mond has Wongwu. Vikings got to find a couple ways to utilize him on offense, I think. He's just too dangerous with the ball in his hands. Mond to the air on first down. This time he's got Thielen inside the 15. Odell to New England? I could also see that. Definitely. All right, Mond looking better, playing with the starters now. And that one is intercepted. Never mind. Pat Surtain. What happened this time? Never mind, yes. Well, if he was throwing that to Thielen, he never had a chance. He's fallen over trying to get there. Come on. PS2, that's right, Pat Surtain, the second. Now, there would be some PI there, I think. Got it back, intercepted. And it's Lewis Seen, the rookie safety out of Georgia. Let's go. All right, Kellen Mond, make up for it. Jefferson on the end around. Couple yards. Who took Vaughn's number? Second down for Mond. And he'll just throw that one out of bounds. Who's wearing that number 5 jersey? Is that a Teddy Bridgewater Broncos jersey in the front row? 3rd and 6 for Mond. He'll dump this off. Thielen gets it. I know. Retired numbers can't be the hardest thing to implement, right? The other games do it, and that's honestly the benchmark that you should be using when looking at Madden. There goes Kellen Mond for a touchdown. That's how it's done. Retired numbers are in 2K and MLB. Therefore, they should be in Madden. That's enough reasoning. If they can do it, you should too. Randy Gregory's a Bronco? I think I forgot about that. Wasn't that a weird thing where he was going to re-sign and then it didn't happen? Yeah. Chubb is 5. Did he switch to 5? Danielle Hunter with the sack. See, edge rushers sure wear 99, not a single-digit number. On 2nd and 17, they'll swing it out. And we're all over it there. Danielle doing it all. Chubb is still 55. Okay, that's good. 3rd and 16. Wilson to his left. He's got him wide open. Jerry Jeudy still on his feet until Kendricks drags him down. Oh, I bet that makes a big problem for 2K. Especially, I see in this year's game, they're going to be doing a lot of... They have, like, the eras you can start your, like, franchise or my GM in or whatever. Like, I want to look into that. I heard about it. Because, like, if everybody can just relive the nostalgic season from like their childhood, that's going to be an amazing feature. Like, even I would be interested in going back to the days that, I don't know how it is exactly what eras you can play, but if I'm in there and the best players, you know, it's like Shaq, Kobe, AI, T-Mac, like I might get 2K just to play myself. If I can play like with historic rosters in that and have like modern graphics and everything, like, that would be sweet. I don't know if it's like you can start in 2001, 2002, or how it's going to be done. You got 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. So I want to see what the starting point is like there. I think that's going to be great for guys who love doing, like, franchise style content in 2K. The things you're going to be able to do, almost limitless. Yeah, imagine Madden if you could play as the 98 Vikings, because I started watching in 2000. Let me go light up the Cowboys on Thanksgiving like Randy Moss did. 1st and 10, picked off again. Intercepted at the 18-yard line. We've picked off Wilson twice, and that time it was Cam Dantzler. Very nice play. I would be open to doing a 2K series again, but I think it would be more like this. I think I would really manage and maybe not play the games in the second attempt. Thielen's been busy in this game. Any interest in 2K5 franchise? A little, but we'd be talking about having probably too many football series going on at once. I want to check out the 2K23 mod. I played the 2K22. If I were to do a serious series in there, I would first need to find sliders that I really like to play on. Mond underneath, and that one's caught by Osborne. So Mond has been better. I think after this drive, we'll go to Cam for a couple. Have you ever done a series where you only stream the game and then make videos? I have done series where that's been part of it, and it's something I want to do more of. Like, I want to do a series on All-Pro 2K8, more Mond to Thielen, and that's kind of the format I was thinking about for it. Streaming it, and then breaking it up into videos. Yeah, a lot of people like that surf series. I had a good time with it. Kind of an abrupt end. There goes Mond. I still get very overwhelmed trying to play basketball games, and it's held me back from doing more with 2K or like College Hoops 2K8. I got very overwhelmed with. Mond underneath now. That's a dangerous throw. Don't do that again. Third and 6, and that's a nice play to Osborne. Rocking that tank top hard, man. Can we get more sunny side Kane? Hey, when it's like 100 degrees every day, sometimes you gotta go sleeveless. And hey, like a Vikings tank, you don't see those every day. It looks like a Lakers jersey if you just glance for a moment. This is going to be Wongwu with the Jets and a first down. See, I don't really have old MLB The Show franchise save files, James. I've only done 2 MLB The Show franchise series, and they're both in recent years. It's a relatively new thing for me as Osborne makes the catch, takes it inside the 5. All right, Kellen Mond with the touchdown pass as Jefferson protects himself from the contact. He'll hit the gritty and hit the showers hopefully soon. Get ready for the real deal. I do like him avoiding that hit. He does not. Nathaniel Hackett, very angry. This coming week, a few things I want to do. What are we doing here in the stands? Like I said earlier, I'll be doing some streaming on the main channel, doing a fantasy draft franchise to simply test out how it is playing on All Madden. Because the little bit I've played was fun. All Madden seems better than it really has been. Uh-oh. Josh Metellus is shaking up there. So I'll do that. But I also want to get to the UTSA offseason and opening day with the Rockies. So there's a lot going on. But it should be a lot of fun. And hopefully I can figure out what team I want to do for franchise. If I can't do it, we will do a poll. Second down. Oh! That tricked me. I thought that was going to be a sack fumble. Third and 1 for Russ. And he airs it out, but out of bounds, leaving us some more time. So we'll give Kellen the rest of this, and then Cam to start the third. Ben says, you're the Chris Smoove of Madden. I don't know about that. Chris Smoove been doing it a long time. Longer than me. (21-3). Vikes look good. Kellen Mond is going to run, but not far. Certainly does look better at the starters. And he looked good in this first game. He had his moments. So we have some good Kellen. We have some bad Kellen. Work in progress. 20 seconds to go. Mond airs it out. This one's caught by Thielen. Impressive. A busy first half for Adam Thielen. (17 seconds to go as they hit number 17 just to get a couple. So they have no timeouts. They have to keep using the sideline. Let's see what plays they call. They've used the side. Why? The play calling was looking really good there for a second. Can we get some improved play calling AI? Like, this is my whole thing with Madden. Like, I think Madden 23 is a better game than Madden 22, but it's a game that constantly leaves me wanting more. Especially when it comes to things that have been problems for a long time. Oh, Super Sim glitch. I need to see Cam. Trick play. Uh-oh. Across the 30. Can I have... There we go. I have to set my depth chart. I want to see Ty Chandler. And then I also want to see some Amir Smith-Marset. And at safety, let's give some extra snaps here to Cam Bynum. And I want to get Andrew Booth out there. All right, Denver football. A little bit more of Russell Wilson and company. Kane, do you like cats? Yes. Because it's a challenge to earn their respect, and I like the challenge. First down, dumped off to Javonte Williams. Solid gain. So how do you end up being a Lions fan but also a Texas Longhorns fan? You don't end up with the Wolverines or the Spartans. I like the Texans rookie class, but I think it'll be another long season unless Davis Mills is like significantly better than people expect. He's going to have to be for them to keep him around. Nice play by Russ. Wilson extending. He's going across the field here to Albert O. So Mond is starting week 1, right? If that happens, something went terribly wrong. Williams outside. A little warping action there and a first down. Gotcha. That makes sense. Wilson across the middle now, and that's a first down. Oh, absolutely. Matt Rule's on the hot seat if this isn't a huge turnaround for them. He has not made a good case for himself yet in his couple seasons. They run this. And getting downhill with it. A nice looking run there for Melvin Gordon. I appreciate it, Andrew. It's been a fun stream so far. I wish there were a few more on-field highlights, but there have been some moments. We're about to see Cam Newton get some snaps to try to become the quarterback too. Gordon, he's in. Touchdown, Denver. All right, let's go to our next drive. We want to see how Cam plays. We brought him in. He has the mentorship tag, so that's going to help out Kellen Mond. But he's also trying to become the backup quarterback of this team. Cam on first down. He'll get started. A play fake. And Cam connects. It's Adam Thielen. Continuing a very busy preseason finale. Above the score is the momentum, which is a feature only on the PS5 and Xbox Series X versions. Underneath now, Johnny Munt makes a catch. We'll change his number, but I don't usually do it in preseason because there are a bunch of players holding on to numbers who won't make the roster, so I do it afterwards. Third and 13, just the draw play now. It's Alexander Madison. So, hopefully we can get another drive with the starters for Cam to make this more fair. But that was a short one. We're still going to keep him for the mentorship as long as there's not like another player I have to get rid of that I don't want to. But if Kirk got hurt, who plays is the question we're answering. Russ across the middle for Sutton. I do plan on doing a franchise where I play the games traditionally, yes. This series is different. It's my GM experience. I also simulate games, and we're able to go through 10 plus seasons this way, so it's just different. Inside on second down, there's Daniil Hunter on the tackle. Third and inches, a first down. I just want them to either turn the ball over or score, so I have time to play Cam with the starters. We're running out. First and 10, floated. This one's caught by Sutton again. That play was Sutton special, am I right? Minute 34 to go in the first third quarter. Uh-oh, Wilson's going down. That play's too slow. Oh, come on, Mateo. I still remember one of the best puns I ever had. Who remembers Minnesota Dynasty practice off-season stream? We had Joe Preston at corner playing well, and I said Joe Preston is impressed-in. And I don't think y'all were impressed by that. Third and 4 for Russell Wilson. There's Sutton for a touchdown. So, we cannot cover Cortland Sutton. We learned that today. Have I had an issue being stuck in Super Sim after a missed field goal? Yes. They're going for 2. I'm unsubscribing just because you said the joke again. Understandable. 2-point try. Russell Wilson spins and hits his man, Albert O, for the 2. 3-point game. I like that, Nick. That's a good follow-up. Keep in mind the streams are on subscriber chat only because Since I implemented that, there have been no bots. So, that's the move. As long as you're subscribed to the channel for 1 minute, you can leave comments. I would be interested in a 2K rebuild again, yes. Especially with the new eras thing they have going on. So there won't be a whole lot more here of Cam with starting offense. As a matter of fact, you just saw the last of it. So, unfortunately, it might not be the same players with him as we just saw. I'll have to make a couple changes after this play. Second down for Newton. Johnny Munt, first down. Back me out. Let me set up the final quarter of preseason football for you. It's going to be the Ty Chandler show with Jalen Naylor, BC Johnson, and Amir Smith-Marset. Johnny Munt is out there. Let's get Zach Davidson out there. Fave generated player from any franchise. Mine is Russ Watson. By the way, any thoughts on the Texans? Appreciate the super chat. Favorite generated player? I mean, I still love like Nate Bell and Reggie Shepard, two of the best, two of the GOATs. Thoughts on the Texans? I love the rookie class, and I'm glad they're staying patient in their rebuild, much like we're seeing with Detroit. Not over stepping to take a quarterback earlier than they should, but they put together a real nice rookie class, I think. So, from them this year, I want to see if they can establish a running game with Dameon Pierce and have a functional NFL offense. You know, Davis Mills had his moments. I still think it's going to be tough for them to be very successful, but I think they can look like a team at least taking steps. And I think you'd be pretty happy to see that. Jesse Reyes, what could have been. Yep, sometimes the star development or superstar, whatever he was, isn't enough. Newton throws across the middle, and that was bad. Zach Davidson with the drop. Downhill now, Ty Chandler. Short gain. Oh, yeah, we had to give Leon Daniels his time. That was classic. Oh, no, it dropped by Chandler. Come on, guys. It is the fourth quarter of the last preseason game. It doesn't have to be that bad, though. Oh, yeah, 2K lets you start out with an expansion team, don't they? MLB has stadium creators. Madden needs so much more. You know how many years it would take to catch up to some of the things 2K does at the speed Madden develops at? 2K years to catch 2K. Underneath, that's a first down. The eras thing they added is super cool. I want to look into that because, like, being able to do a My GM in the 2000s would be so fun to check out. Intercepted! It's picked off by Andrew Booth. And the Vikings secondary has made some nice plays in this game. So we're going to take over, and hopefully we learn to catch the football. BC Johnson on the end around. Gets 5 or 6. Favorite rival player in the generated classes? Ooh, good question. So not a player that Blackjack created. Oh. I'm trying to think back to the Broncos. Ooh, Brock Wall. That dude was so annoying. There's a first down. Brock Wall was a good one. Still upset Iowa didn't play Tyrone Campbell at quarterback. I know they played him at receiver and he just like disappeared. Left the team. I wanted more to come out of that. Brock Oxendine. He was created by Blackjack. A handoff to Chandler. Short gain. Will Blackjack be doing custom classes? We haven't talked about it, but for that to be possible, he would have to be doing it on PlayStation 5, and I don't believe he has one. So I don't think it would be possible. Come on, Cam, give us one touchdown. On first down, a grab inside the 15 for BC. One more touchdown, please. On second down, Newton gets out of trouble, takes off, and takes it to the 2, refusing to slide. Inside, Chandler breaks the tackle, and he gets the touchdown. That makes up for the drop. Touchdown, Ty Chandler. Making any NFL games in real life? Just got tickets for Patriots and Browns in October. I don't think I'll make it to any. Like, I don't live all that close. Like, I could. But not close enough to Dallas or close enough to Houston to, like, oh yeah, just go to a game. Would love to, but I don't see it happening. 28-18, Brett Rippon rips it complete. Oh my, that was almost picked off. So close. Four minutes to go in the ball game here. Second game of the day. Rippon extends and fires out of bounds. Swung out. Oh, nice open field tackle by Josh Metellus. If we get the ball back, we can see a little bit more of Ty Chandler, I think, try to grind this game to the end. Rippon knocked away and incomplete. I'm really happy with the way the secondary has covered everybody not named Cortland Sutton. But now it's fourth down. Rippon, he unloads the pass. First down. Trey Quinn. Come on. First and 10. Rippon has all day. We can't get anybody around him, and that's out of bounds. That's open. And a first down for Denver to the 20-yard line. I'd like to play head coach again. I didn't do it last year. We'll see if I'm able to this year. I know that when I get back into it, like, there's some rebuilding to do with that Falcons team because of where we left off, if I remember correctly. Like, that was the year in our window, and now it's about to get much more difficult. So I haven't played in almost 2 years. But it might be about time to make a return if I can find some time. We'll see. I'm about to be jam-packed full of series here. and I won't be able to get to a lot of that stuff for a bit. How long is this series going to be? Well, these series tend to go between 10 and 20 seasons with around 100 episodes. Rippin'. First and goal. Got rid of it. I don't stream the UTSA off-season, Ben. Appreciate the super chat. But it's because part of it is it's already intense for my PC to run college football revamped. All right, what are we doing here? And streaming on top of it, I think, could be asking a lot of the machine. Ooh. But also, I need to be opening revamped, closing it, and using tools so that I can get things like the transfers able, or not the transfers able to play, but the revamped player development. That's the main thing. So it's not a very easy to stream deal. I love to, but it's probably best that I don't. I only have a one PC setup here. If I had a dual PC setup, I think it would be more doable to do revamped and stream it. Is he related to Mark Rippon? I'm pretty sure. Is that like an uncle-nephew situation? Brett Rippon. Nephew of Mark Rippon. Nailed it. And now just to close it out, 3 runs should do it, right? Chandler gets a couple. Timeout. Second carry. Chandler's met in the backfield. And now it's 3rd and 9. Can we get a play? Chandler won't, and the Broncos get one more shot. This is what it's all about here. A 56-yard try for Greg Joseph. We're testing his range right now. Bang! Joseph's kick is away, and I wish I had my eyes closed. Kane, what's for dinner? I don't even know, honestly, tonight. It's 4 o'clock? Oh, wow. Oh. I don't know. A minute to go for Rippon. Downfield. Overthrown, and that was so close. They had a 2-on-1. All right. Can the Broncos make it interesting? I know you guys want to see overtime football. Wait, that's off the mark. There's no more overtime in preseason, but I bet that there's still overtime in Madden preseason. 3rd down for Rippon. Downfield, broken up and incomplete. He's trying to get the big play. Last chance. 4th down for Brett Rippon. He gets it away, out of bounds, and the Vikings have won the preseason finale. So, that was a good time getting to see the team here. Maybe some players I'd have liked to see a little bit more. That's always the case here in preseason. Nice job. Kane, I just 100% completed the Pokedex in red. Impressive. Gen 1. We're not talking fire red, right? The original Pokemon Red. We win the game? Let's move on. Highlights from these games will be in the next episode as we kick off the first week against the Green Bay Packers. Gen 1 Red, months of work, I imagine. It takes 2 systems alone there because you got your trade evolutions and your version exclusives, of course. So those dexes are always annoying. You don't even have the GTS or bank to help you out. All right, injury. Ryan Connolly, he'll be back. Janarius Robinson, he'll miss a couple. So let's check our stats. Kirk, he was pretty good in the preseason. Kellen Mond, up and down. Cam, only got to see a little bit of. So, not fair to judge. Rushing. It was tough to get a running game established here in preseason. I wonder what it's going to be like when the real games begin. But what we saw of Dalvin Cook as a receiver, was pretty exciting. He had to play a preseason. Jefferson scored twice. Thielen was good. Johnny Munt had 8 catches. We didn't allow that many sacks, actually. Only 5 in those 3 games. And how many interceptions did we throw? 3, all by Mond. Defensively, a lot of tackles there for Kendricks and Hicks. Cam Bynum had 16. Shannon Sullivan had 13. Daniil, 3 sacks, 4 TFLs. DJ Wanham had a couple good moments. Brian Asamoah had a deflection, 10 tackles. Forced fumbles here. Boyd, Hunter, and Janarius Robinson. All right, let's check out how we compared to the rest of the league then. So, we did not... Oh, we actually had a lot of yardage in those 3 games. We had one of the more productive passing attacks. Is this 3 games for us and 2 games for everybody else, though? I need to sim to the next week before those stats are really useful. So I like that there's a preseason bye now. Brandon Smith on the Panthers. Good speed and tackling. Sounds a little bit like Brian Asamoah there if you just want like an athletic linebacker. Vikings have Asamoah. All right, let's see where we stacked up now. Trying to figure out is if the 11-minute quarters are going to work well when you look at the sim stats around the league. So we got 3 games of preseason data. It's not the best, but at least 3 games to compare. We had one of the least productive offenses. Keep in mind, I mean, Kellen Mond was taking a lot of those snaps. Worst running game. Our points were fine. Defensively, we weren't like the best at anything. So usually if your games are too short, you rank like first in all these defensive categories. Nothing seems too bad so far. Let's check out league leaders and see what happened there. Let's change up the music. Jacoby Brissett had the most yardage. 7 touchdowns, 3 picks. 6 touchdowns for Rodgers. Damien becomes a channel member. Thank you very much. What, Corral done for the year? Really? Leaves with foot injury, so that was last night. I didn't catch a lot of the games last night. Yeah, Liz Frank, that's Ian Rappaport official. Yeah, and that was one of the better chances to possibly get playing time as a rookie, too. That sucks. CMC, Kamara, Taylor, Brees Hall simmed well. Jarvis Landry, 22 yards a reception. Well, he had an 80 in there. Can I only become a member on desktop, no mobile? It should be there on mobile, I thought. I wanted to say so. It's the join button. So we'll see if I can get through all the cuts here. So we're going to bring in 3 quarterbacks this season. We'll keep things the way they are there. For running backs, I think we'll keep the 4, but we're going to entertain the idea of trading Alexander Madison. I just want to see, too, and we can use this with the features to see what teams would actually give us. Longtime fan, Kane upset Saints didn't make franchise cut, but what's your thoughts on our ceiling? I mean, they have a solid roster. I think a lot of it honestly depends on what Michael Thomas is in 2022, because I think they need him to help the offense set itself apart and to make things easier on Jameis, to give him a reliable target that gets him into good habits. So I think like they can be a pretty good team this year, but it's just so volatile when you consider Jameis Winston's style of play at quarterback, and then him coming off injury, Michael Thomas coming off injury. Just those 2 players give you so many questions for this year. But I overall like what they've been doing with the roster. So I guess I'd be pretty optimistic as long as like Thomas is still Thomas. Appreciate super chats. FYI, formation subs is completely broken. I have AJ Dillon as my heavy setback in some formations, and it keeps subbing in Dean Lowry? What? I'll have to see if I encounter anything like that. Thank you, Dalton, but oh, that sounds horrible. Oh, come on. Darnell Mooney and Nicholas Morrow. Bradley Chubb. Okay, some of these trades would just be like, I am not going to just rip off the CPU for Isaiah Simmons. I try to make trades that make sense for both sides. Trade logic is not good enough. He's worth like a 5th round pick. He's in the last year of his deal. Jefferson, Thielen, Osborne, Smith-Marset, and Naylor for sure. I want to put Tristan Jackson on the practice squad, along with Dan Chisena. That's 6 receivers for now. Tight ends. Irv Smith, Johnny Munt. And then we'll have to think of a third. I think we're going to cut Ellefson. I'll leave tight end that way for now. How many linemen? 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have to cut like 4 tackles, basically. Timon Paris. Probably Jesse Davis. We'll see. Vidarian Lowe is probably more of a practice squad guy right now. Kyle Hinton to the practice squad. Maybe even Wyatt Davis on the practice squad. We'll cut Schlotman. Now it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 linemen. Three left ends. 3 right ends. We're going to release Julian Taylor. Leave room for more veteran or more young players. McGill, probably not. We got our linebackers and rushers. We're going to cut Ryan Connolly. Blake Lynch, Chaz Surratt. So Lynch is 84 speed, 79 tackle. Not much of a cover guy. Yeah, I use live playbooks whenever I can. Surratt, also not great in coverage. Both are around like the same tier. Surratt was a 3rd round pick last year. I want the top 4 for sure. They might have to both go to the practice squad. And then for the rushers, we'll put Mintz. Ooh, let me see his ratings quick. Yeah, we'll practice squad him. And then we have to get to our secondary and see how many more cuts we have to make. So Pat Pete, Sullivan, Dantzler, Booth, and then it's just kind of a free-for-all. We'll cut Nate Hairston. We'll cut Ty Smith. I think we'll cut Chris Boyd. Yeah, I want to keep Evans in hand, so I think we'll make these 2 cuts here. Make room for the younger players. That gives us 6 corners. And then we only had 4 safeties to begin with, so I still have to make 2 cuts. Is it harder to make cuts when you have an attachment to the team? It definitely is. In certain cases, like these cuts so far haven't been that tough. But I have to find 2 more. Probably a tight end has to go. Who has a better chance to develop here? Zach Davidson or Nick Muse? 84 speed, 78 catching. Not much of a blocker. It keeps taking me out of the position menu. I'll keep Davidson on the active. He had a little bit better route running. Not much, but I think he'd have a slightly better chance. And then I have to make 1 more cut. Do I have to put Twyman on the practice squad at 60 overall? I may have to. Yeah, he needs the practice squad development. I don't have any videos done for the rest of the day. No. Tomorrow, I hope to. So we are down to our 53. Let me check our practice squad, see how many more spots we have. Three. We got 2 receivers, a couple linemen, a tight end. Maybe we get like a DB or something, or we'll just see what's available for practice squad. Yeah, the depth is really weak for the Vikings. Very weak. Lynn Bowden. I don't always sign the best guys because they'll oftentimes just get signed off your practice squad. So I keep that in mind. Like, do I think I'd keep Josiah Scott on there for long? I'd like to bring in a corner. Thomas Graham. Any rookies? A lot of times here I'll just sort by one rating that I want. I'm going to say I want man coverage. AJ Parker is the best one. Or you can go Josiah Scott, who has a little more speed. Better athlete overall. Better tackler. Barely. But still. In his 3rd year. Oh, he's 69 overall, though. Best man coverage. Looking at overall. Who do I think would actually stay on the practice squad? Is kind of what I'm asking myself here. All right, I'll go Parker and just... Or Scott. And see if he stays. What about a kicker? I mean, it's worth a try. And then, what do I want elsewhere? Maybe an edge rusher. There aren't many. Maybe Tim Ward. So setting up the depth chart here, I think if like Kirk gets hurt, you got to play Cam at this point. But Mond could overtake him at some point this year. Jefferson, Thielen, Osborne. And then I want Smith Marset actually as the 4th guy. Harrison Phillips, Jonathan Bullard, Armin Watts. We'll give the edge there to Asamoah. Maybe play some special teams that way. And then I think it'll probably have to be, you know, we got to get Booth that development. I want to see Andrew Booth. He's a little bit lower rated right now than Dantzler. But let's get a look at Booth. I'm guessing in real life it's more likely to be Dantzler starting week 1. I'm playing Thielen in the slots to start out. Although I know with Jefferson, like, he'll sim better probably if he's there. But I'm not simming the first game, so I won't set it yet. Yeah. Daniil, Za'Darius. I want to get DJ Wanham some snaps there. And then the rush defensive tackles. I mean, the Vikings need some interior penetrators. We really don't have a great fit there. But I think you got to get Watts on the field for this role. Like, Phillips really isn't a good fit. James Lynch has a little pass rushing upside, but it's still nothing spectacular yet. And they brought in Shandon Sullivan to play the slot. We'll give him a chance to do that, I suppose. Oh, Kirk has the mentor as well. Wait, did that say franchise quarterback for Kirk? Yeah, it updated. That wasn't there before. Interesting. That would make Jefferson happier, yes. All right. So that basically gets us directly to week 1. We'll take on the Green Bay Packers in the next episode, which will be episode 2 of the franchise. But that is about going to do it for me today, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this look at the Vikings franchise, getting a look at the preseason games. Highlights from this stream will be available in the next episode. And you can just, if you missed anything here, you can watch the stream back. It'll still be in the playlist and everything. But that's going to do it for me today. Take care, everybody. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you in the next one.